creatures of the night. It's your girl Tati. Let's talk about Ring of Honor. We did start off with the infantry, our veterans, talking about America. Now they're on the show several times where they're in front of the green screen, and each time they're like somewhere different in terms of like landmarks in America. It was interesting. However, watching this made me feel like, okay, this is something they can do regularly, where it's like, okay, we have a short show. The show was literally under 50 minutes this week. However, despite them not having enough time to tape these shows in between, not Rampage, but like Collision and all these other shows that they're doing, what they can do is that they can be filming vignettes, they can be filming promos and all these things that they can put in between the show. Like, wrestling isn't just what happens in the ring itself. There are different things that they could be doing to make these shows feel like there is much more going on rather than a 45-minute show. Like, for some people, that's not enough. I do think that they could be doing better. I will be going to some Ring of Honor tapings later on this month and in August. So I think that they're trying to change that by having as much tapings that they can so that, we don't have these really, really small shows to watch. So I'll be over there. I already bought all those tickets, and we'll see how that ends up working out later on in the future. Now, for this show, we did have several Proving Ground matches. We did start off with the Unified Trios title on the line. We had the Dark Order versus the Bang Bang Gang. Yes, you heard that right. The Bang Bang Gang actually showed up to the show. Well, not Jay White. We do have Juice Robinson, who ends up taking his place in this match. And I can tell this match was filmed weeks ago, because since then, Tony Khan, I'm guessing, or whoever it is, basically told the Bang Bang Gang that the Freebird rule is just like not a thing here in AEW. So this must have been filmed a few weeks ago. Great way to open up the show. It is actually refreshing to have Juice Robinson out there. He's so silly. He is just one of those type of wrestlers where, he's trying to make you laugh. He's doing what he's supposed to do in the ring. And a lot of wrestlers are not like that. They just get in the ring, they're serious, and then they leave. And it's great to see him part of that group. The whole group, actually, they all can be pretty silly. So it was nice to see them on the show. They've never actually been on one of the Ring of Honor episodes. They were on the last pay-per-view, but in terms of their weekly show, they have not been on there. And that right there is a fucking crime. I just don't understand it, Tony Khan. However, they give us a really great match, and all the Dark Order have to do is last for 10 minutes, or they can have one of their opponents submit, or they can have one of these motherfuckers pin. They couldn't do that. So Bang Bang Gang ends up winning, and the Dark Order does not get a future title shot. After this, they do show a video package of Atlantis Jr. versus Kyle Fletcher. Y'all already know, I already kind of vented about that last week on my Rampage review about how Kyle Fletcher had lost the title last Friday. And what was upsetting to me was that he lost it with 2 frog splashes. And I'm just like, who believes that? After everything that we've been seeing Kyle Fletcher do on Ring of Honor, even outside of Ring of Honor with Will Ospreay, him being part of Uncle Don's family and all that stuff, he's been absolutely killing it. And for him to just lose it on a show that almost nobody was watching in terms of AEW fans, it's just absolutely wild. 2 frog splashes after he had that crazy ass match with Lee Johnson, and also even crazier match with Mark Briscoe last Thursday. I didn't like that. But Kyle Fletcher says, hey, next time you put that title on the line, you're going to come over to my house on Ring of Honor and we'll fight. However, I don't know when's the next time we will actually see Atlantis Jr. with this title on Ring of Honor. So, I don't know. After this, though, we do have Athena, Billy Starks, and Lexi Nair. They're backstage. They have new security guards, one of them being Tony Deppen. He's wearing a MIT training shirt, and he also have like a collar shirt on there. It looked absolutely hilarious. I don't mind them having security, but it would be really cool to see them recruit female security guards. I think that's great. I think that's a missed opportunity right there. I would have loved to see female security guards instead. However, while they're over here talking, and here comes Queen Aminata, Red Velvet. Both of these girls want to face Billy Starks. For Red Velvet wants to face Billy. for the TV title. And Queen Aminata wants to face Athena for the women's title. Athena's like, girl, I'm not clear. I don't even know why you over here. They just start laughing at them. But then Red Velvet was just like, girl, Lexi, didn't you get that email about the match being official? And then Athena looks at Lexi and she's like, what email? What you talking about? And Lexi was like, well, I did get an email. I thought it was a joke, but the email said that you and Billy had to put the titles on the line at Death Before Dishonor. And sure enough, it was true and it is official. We're getting those matches. Athena was absolutely upset and she's screaming. She wants to talk to Tony Khan. So the last thing we saw was her like kind of trying to march on over to Tony Khan's office. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. But they have already posted the graphic for this match. Well, both of those matches. So we'll see what ends up happening. Remember, Athena says she's supposed to be out for 8 to 12 months. Whether if it's true or not, I'm not 100% sure. We'll see what ends up happening at the pay-per-view. I'm so happy to actually be there live. It's going to be interesting. After this, we have the Infantry coming back out again. Then we have another Proving Grounds match. We have a tag team. We have Metalik, Commander versus our boys, the Undisputed Kingdom. And this was a really great match. And first, I kept thinking, oh my God, they're going to win this. They're going to end up getting a little title shot at the pay-per-view. And no, it didn't happen. They end up losing this. And I'm just like, a Proving Grounds match. When you really think about it, 10 minutes doesn't seem long. But if 10 minutes in the ring and you get your ass whooped, it seems like it's taken a long time. But they couldn't get the job done. And the Undisputed Kingdom ends up winning. And they look like they're bored. After the match, they just look bored. They're just like, where's the competition? I don't see no competition. I don't see anything. Then a video package comes on for the MXM collection, which is Mason and Mansoor. And oh my God, this is so funny. First of all, it looks great. You know, they're over here doing their little modeling stuff. I wish they had like a fan to blow the hair back and all that shit. It was great. They didn't have enough baby oil, if you ask me. But I'm watching this and I'm just like, okay, they're pretty much having the same gimmick, different name. I'm cool with it. I really like this. And I know like a few weeks ago during one of my watching longs, we were talking about what if that they would have came over to Ring of Honor and were Dalton Castle's new boys. And it would fucking work. Oh my gosh. We'll see what happens. I don't know if that's the route that they're going, but this was pretty much a bit of a teaser. And it's great to see that they have a place to debut. So we're going to be seeing them. Last time I seen them, they were over there wrestling in Uganda at SGW. And that's the last time I actually seen them in terms of wrestling. And it's going to be great to see what they can add here on Ring of Honor. If they do go that route of being boys to Dalton Castle, holy shit, they are perfect. After this, our main event. We had, already a main event already? Like, hold on. Okay. We have Wheeler Yuta versus Lee Moriarty and a Proving Grounds for the Pure title. This is Wheeler Yuta's first singles match since he's been back from a few weeks ago. You guys know he's been gone for about 6 months, injured since January. He's had the Pure title the entire time. The company decided not to vacate that title, just keep it on him. And here he is having his first match back on Ring of Honor since January. Lord have mercy, it's been a long time. Now, Lee Moriarty, like when it comes to Pure Rules matches, I feel like it's best when the more technical the wrestler can be, those matches turn out to be really, really great. I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, Lee Moriarty got a chance that he can actually win this. Like I could totally see this happening. And, you know, they're going at it. And it was interesting to see Lee Moriarty. He has, in my opinion, haven't had the best in terms of, all right, he's super great in terms of a wrestler. I do enjoy his style, but the L's, the nonstop L's of these wrestlers, especially the guys who are typically on Ring of Honor, and when they end up showing up on AEW, they're always losing. At least they're getting a little bit of TV time and getting some, you know, matches under their belt, but it's not enough, especially for a really great wrestler like Lee Moriarty. I don't want to say he gave it his all here. And when I felt like he was holding back a little bit, I was like, oh, he's going to win this. he's going to win this and they're going to end up running this back again when he actually wins. And that actually ends up happening. That last minute, 15 minutes of the last 15 minute and 15 seconds of this match was literally Wheeler Yuta and Lee Moriarty going back with roll-ups. Oh my God. There must have been 20 roll-ups or so between the two of them. And this is at this point, Wheeler Yuta knows he has less than a minute and a half to get this bitch to pin him or maybe even get him to submit. But Lee Moriarty's fighting this shit. Now we're down to about 30 seconds and they are punching the hell out of each other. Okay. And I think we have at this point, Wheeler Yuta's realizing that he's not going to get him to submit and he's not going to be able to pin this bitch. So maybe I can knock him out and he can lose. He keeps going for it, then punching each other back and forth until the time runs out. Lee Moriarty, he's bleeding on the side of his mouth from all these punches and whatnot. However, he ends up winning, so he gets his title shot against Wheeler Yuta for the pure title, most likely at the pay-per-view. Now, here comes Shane Taylor, Anthony Ogogo. They comes walking down the ramp, and I'm just like, I know you're not going to put your hands on my boy Wheeler. Wheeler ends up rolling out the ring because he don't want that smoke. But holy moly, Shane Taylor looked like he lost a lot of weight. Am I tripping? He looks so good, and it's great to see. Now, I really would like to see a Pure Rules match with both of these guys giving their all at the pay-per-view. That would be great. Pay-per-view is, what is it? July 27th, I believe. And it's interesting. It's interesting because Anthony Ogogo, I kind of thought they were going to be pushing him with this group so that he could make it to All In, him being a fellow Englishman and whatnot. We really haven't seen him do much of anything. I think he had one tag match with Shane and then one or two singles matches that were squash matches. So you really couldn't see anything but that beautiful knockout punch he has. Other than that, I wish we could see a lot more of them. And I understand they're trying to do something in terms of them having tapings. And they're testing the water out with that, like I said, later this month and next month. I'm so happy to be able to go see that and see how those things play out. And I think that if it works out, that is something that they should be considering to do more often by having standalone tapings with just Ring of Honor so they could just focus on those things and have enough time to give people, more than an hour show at least. It can't even be an hour. Come on now. This is only a couple of matches here. And all these matches, I think, were worth the watch here. But would I have gone out of my way to watch this episode exactly when they aired it? Absolutely not. We can do so much better. And I'm curious to see what they do with Ring of Honor with these new tapings. I do think that they're trying to go in a new direction, but time will tell. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. We'll be back tomorrow with Rampage and then Saturday, Collision. See you guys then.